Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to do some things around here that we like to do whenever there's a lot of control decks running around or a bunch of sweepers. You just try to out-haste them. And we got a real new haste card that actually might be pretty good for us, so we're going to see. Let's hop into it. We've got 4 Commando Faces Kakazan, because, well, this makes a haster and makes some of our small creatures bigger. We also play Charming Scoundrel, which a lot of times we're probably going to make treasure with this, so we'll see. We're going to play some Lightning Strike, and one of the new cards in the deck is Scorching Shot. This is 5 damage, unfortunately does not hit a Planeswalker, but does get some problematic creatures out of the way at times. We will be playing Yavimaya Iconoclast. We're going to try some Ruby, because again, mana. Also, if we're worried about control decks being a thing, we are going to go ahead and main deck some Urabrass Forge, because this does make some haste creatures, and gives you a chance to get extra cards off of Samut, which is really neat. We're going to play a couple of Woundwalled Oddity. I don't know if this is the 4 mana of choice that I want. I may end up playing something else by the end of the video. And we are going to play some Arlen the Pack's Hope. Arguably, honestly, the Woundwalled Oddities could become Arlens and actually be legit in here. So we'll see. We're going to play a couple of Tyrannix Rex just as a late game finisher that's hard to deal with and can't be countered. And then some Goldvein Hydra. This is going to be the interesting card of the deck because there's going to be a lot of times where you might want to play a Goldvein Hydra just like as a 2/2. Or maybe a 3/3 and a +1/+1 counter from Kakazan. Then when it dies, you can kind of just go off the next turn. So we'll see how this works out. I'm not really sure how we're going to play it yet, but I'm sure we'll learn a lot through these early games. But as always, if you want to check it out, end of the video, go to the description, get the deck list. It'll take you to Moxfield. You can see all our cool standard stuff. For now, though, let's go see if this version of Hasty Gruul does what we want to do. Okay, we get to go first. We've got a pretty promising looking hand here, actually. The one concern here is if we don't draw a land, as much as it's nice to play Ruby on 2, we might just play Scoundrel on 2, make the treasure to make sure we have Samut unlocked. Because if we play Ruby and Ruby dies and then we don't draw a land, like that puts us behind on doing what we want to do. This will allow us to stay on pace guaranteed. Now, if we draw a land, then I'll go ahead and, okay, we didn't. We got another Ruby, but I don't think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and go here. We'll make the treasure and attack. Now, if we do draw a land and this ends up being mono red, we could just play Ruby into Samut, and that's a real thing too. And then use this to clear the path later, which is legit. Oh, opponent's just going to give us all the cards. Love to see that. Because we need to find some land pretty desperately. So we're going to get 2 cards here and deal 6. I'm not mad at that. Lightning Strike, also not bad. Come on, land. Big money, no whammies. Uh-oh. Opponent is at 11, though. And we have a couple of removal cards in hand, which we can cast. We can also Ruby into a Commando Faces Kakazan, potentially. They might just get rid of Samut here, because that makes a tough situation on blocking and attacking for them. Nope, another Codebreaker. Intriguing. So now this gets interesting if they decide to save like a Play with Fire or something. Especially on defense. I mean, they might just be trying to rage and go for it. I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be a rage. Nothing else makes sense here. We're not blocking. We'll just take a pile of damage. No. If it was just that. But that also gives their dude first strike. No, it's just when it dies. Dang it. We could have blocked. We could have blocked. We deal 6. I mean, I could take 1, play Ruby, but then the only thing I could do is hope to draw a red land. I think I'd rather try to kill a creature here. In the turn. Much as I'd like to send this upstairs. We are only at 10. But we got a creature when that died too, I guess. I mean, fortunately, these don't have trample yet, so we block. Oh, nope. They're just going to try to kill Samut. That's cute. We're not dead yet here, though. And we can kill them otherwise, so Unless they kill one of our creatures. Now, if they try to pump something else here, then we'll kill one of them. Because they might try to, like, lightning strike us. But even then, that's only 8. Oh, that would be 10. Okay, Rage is going to make that big enough. So we have to kill the one that would be getting raged up. Alright. This is it. Can we draw another lightning strike? No, but we found a land. Oh, no, we can deal 5, actually. What am I doing? We have a bunch of ways to do this. I was so worried about not drawing land. We have a whole bunch of ways. Yeah, don't even really need that now, deck. Man, we did most of that with just 2 lands. I'm into it. Okay. Oh, okay. We got the Goldvein Hydra. Don't know if this is a Goldvein Hydra space, though, as it is. I might hold on to the Hydra to try and have a bigger finisher. Assuming we find mana and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, we can attack with the 3/3, then attack with the 4/3, then have a, by then, 3/3 Hydra, I guess. Yep, just put the Wicked Roll on it. Go get it. Just get all the damage we can while we can. Scrap Mutt. Scrap Mutt can block a 2/2. Oh, we're doing Reanimator shenanigans. Oh boy, we're gonna have to work quick, huh? Well, go ahead and pay the kicker. I think we just attack with all of it. Because if we don't attack and they just chump block the 3/3, that's no better for us, because we got to get the damage in here while we can. Opponent's at 9. And then we'll have 2/3 power tramplers here. And if the Scoundrel dies, that's a point. So we're close. We have a few ways we can get across the finish line if we draw them. Alright, they're going to get to put up to 2 lands and or creatures into their hand. Actually, that's going to do it. They're at 9. Yeah. Hydra's going to get this done. Just outrace their rampiness. But this is why we're playing all the haste creatures. This was the whole goal, right? There we go. Alright, looks a little bit like last hand, except we have 1 less land and we got a Scorching Shot, so we'll keep that. Though we can't really cast Scorching Shot yet, so that's the downside to it with it being double red. Well, I say that, and then we draw that. Okay. This is always interesting. I would say if that ends up being like Selesnya Enchantments, I was kind of thinking like, what was I going to do here? See, now this becomes appealing to take the treasure because of Uvenwald Oddity. So I think I am going to make the treasure and just attack for 2. And there's a world where I may want to like kill something and play the Iconic. Okay, so it is that. Look at there. So I think we're just going to keep max pressure up here. No life gain, no blocks, no cheap mana. Go ahead and attack for 4. I'm going to just play this as a 3-power creature because that's actually good in this fight. And we have the ability to just play an Uvenwald Oddity next turn as well. Or a 3/3 Hydra. Like, we have choices. Alright. Spirited Companion. And gain another life, though. They are making this slightly difficult. Forge here versus doing this. I don't want to put the Oddity out there yet, because there's a chance they play a sweeper next turn. I mean, they shouldn't, but people play some weird builds on the ladder sometimes. Would you like to block a trample creature, opponent? I guess not. Fair. The other good news is, too, these did not end up in the graveyard, so they don't have a way to get them back. And now we have a lot of damage. Even if they get rid of some creatures, Uvenwald Oddity and whatever's left should get the job done. Yeah, this one was on the draw this time with what a hand that only having 2 land kind of came together. So, not too upset about that. Alright, there's a 1/1 and a 1/1. That is not going to cut it with all the tramplers we got. When everything has haste and 3 of them have trample, that's pretty good. Oh, this is a little slower than we like, but yeah, we'll keep this. I'm not mad at this. And depending on what we draw, we could have some interesting plays. Oh, tiny bones. We have to discard something. Probably going to be this. That's probably the least interesting card we have right now. I think we just make this a 2/2 and go fighting. And just do what we can. Magda. That's a concern. Alright. This is going to be a hard one to race, y'all. I mean, all we can do is just put pressure where we can put it. Force them to have to deal with things. Kind of want a Hydra here. Kind of want a way to just kill Magda. Yeah, lots of concerns right now with the opponent's board. Yep. That's unfortunate. Yep, they get our only real spell. Okay, well, we know a dragon's coming next turn. Unless we can kill Magda. We cannot. So that's unfortunate. Only good news is they have to use that as a sorcery. So, you know, maybe. Nope, they got us. We unfortunately just drew all lands, I think, after our opener here. We'd have to draw damage just all right off the top. I think is the only way we could win. I mean, we do have 1 point from the Scoundrel here still, so that's something. I'm not going to count us out yet, because we could still get a hasty thing. Kinda. Alright, I mean, you're not nothing. Attack. Actually, I might as well just... I should have made my dudes first, in case I had something weird here, but I don't think they're going to do anything. Alright. This might buy us a little bit of time, maybe. I mean, because obviously Arlen's dead here. They'll have at least 2 blockers if they want them next turn. Man, any chance that those are just lands in hand? I doubt it. They also have a creature land. They have the Restless Reef, too. I don't know how we're going to get there, y'all. There's a way, but we got to find it. Alright, they've got all kinds of blockers back. Samet, I mean, you're a thing. I don't think you're good enough of a thing, but you're a thing. Those look like spells in hand, unfortunately. If those are, we are in a bit of trouble. I'm going to play this. I don't think it does anything unless we get a Hydra exactly. But that might be all we can do. Yeah, I think they got us here. They've got removal cards. Even if we got a Hydra, we're going to take too much damage. Yeah, alright. GG's. You got us, opponent. Well done. Okay, a little more on the defensive side with our early Lightning Strike, but we'll see how this goes. If this is Domain, I mean, Esper maybe will have a somewhat of a chance. Domain would be really tough. Oh, this is Reanimator shenanigans. Ugh. Well, Do I care that this is a 4? I just get 3 in now, 4 next turn. Yeah, we're just going to go for what we can get now. Oh, no, it's only 2 right now. Then we attack for 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, alright, let's do it. It's kind of lame, but gotta do what we gotta do. They mill 4 cards. We're just gonna set them up for some... We just need them to not hit the right cards. Okay, those going in the yard is actually okay. Path of Peril and gives us the treasure. Okay. Was not expecting that. So we can attack for 4, 6, lightning strike them, so they're at, that's 9, so they're at 8. I mean, sure. All right, they're at 11. They can copy something from the yard and cast it. But they still have to pay for it, which is the key here. I mean, I guess I could have played the Uvenwald Oddity, but that's fine. All right. Use the treasure, put them down to 8. Back for 4. Put them to 4. I mean, I'm sure they have a kill spell, but just doing what we can do here. Moment of truth. Can they find the spot removal? All right. Answer for the oddity? I'm going to assume that's a yes. Maybe they bounce it or something. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, they're at 3. Now we have a billion outs. Can we find one? I mean, I say that. They still have a Restless Reef, so they're not dead by any stretch. Though, if they have another Farewell, I was going to say, they might just use that here. Come on, one of our million Hasties. And we didn't hit one. Well, now if we draw an untapped land... Like, literally, we have so many cards that are live now. Untapped lands, get us this dude. Any Hasty thing is 2 damage. Oh, that's actually... Now they have 2 open, so we have to hope they don't have another Shieldred's Edict. Alright. Hopefully they don't have it. They don't. We got there. Boom. Love to see it. That's what it's there for. Okay, yeah. Keeping. Yeah, with this hand, it's tempting to just play Ruby on 2 and then force them to have a removal for it and see if you can get away with just Samet on the next turn. Because then you have Samet plus the 2/2 when it flips. Now, they got a little something here. What does that mean? A little weird because we could play this. Well, that wouldn't change anything. I was thinking if it was like, what's it called? Elspeth Smite or something, but that doesn't make sense. It would have to be like Fading Hope or something. Probably not, though. It's probably just one of those pay 1, draw type spells. Yeah. Okay. So this is probably the... Oh, this is probably the Haughty Jin thing with the new Giralf and all that going on. Alright. We'll see how this works out. Cool that we have back-to-back Samets, because they'll probably counter the first one if they're able to. Because those decks do still play a fair amount of spell counters. But the good news is, if they counter Samet, they're still dealing with 4 damage. We can keep the pressure up. And then this gets to attack as a 4-power creature. Oh, we're gonna get some cards. We're gonna get some cards. Oh, no. This might be the other... What? Okay, it's not what I thought. At least not yet. Oh, it is. It's the combo deck. Ugh, okay. Well, hopefully we can get enough damage in. That's kind of all we can do. That's not helping. That's not helping. Yeah. They might get us here, y'all. Yeah, they've kind of got everything they need. Ooh, 2 Abuelos in the yard. Well. I mean, if they have one in hand, they already have one in hand. We can't do nothing about it, so. Sucks to be us. And then this, they'll just be able to cast it, right? Instant or sorcery? I don't think we have an out that's going to get us there. I mean, they got everything they need. So we got 2, 4, 6. Best we could do is 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, going to be 1 short. Dang it. We'd have had some other haste creatures, maybe, but holding on to all of these. I mean, I guess if there's like Well, no, because we're not even drawing cards. I'm going to say, like, double Lightning Strike, but that's not going to get there. Yeah. Only way we can win this if they just don't have a land. Right? Which is terrible, but it is what it is. Oh, wait, I forgot. No, Ruby gets a bonus. That is enough. I should know better, right? I play Ruby a lot. I've played it in probably like 4 decks already this season. I was so focused on their mana that they needed to be able to play one of these Abuelos, which they had another one in hand anyway. But being able to have her get an extra +2, we had everything covered. And for those of you who don't know, the combo... Oh, I guess they couldn't really combo because they need another one of these in the graveyard. Huh. Yeah, so whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos joins up, deals damage equal to that creature's power to target opponent. So it's like using Abuelos to turn these into creatures and reanimate them and shenanigans. But I think we still could have won anyway because I think they need 2 Rakdos joins up, and they did not have that. So good on us. But yeah, either way, crazy win. We'll take it and get out of here. All right, this isn't typically the type of hand we want. This isn't typically the type of hand we want to keep, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're on the draw. We're going to see an extra card or two. We kind of know what our first 2 turns are here. So hopefully this doesn't just go completely sideways on us. All right. Don't know if they're playing a lot of Cenote Scouts or if that's just coincidental that it's a Merfolk deck or something. But I'm sure we're about to find out. All right. And... it's another Cenote. So I had 3 Scouts on top. Okay. And a Bill. And they had all 4 Scouts. Okay, man. Sure. I guess we're going to leave that. We're going to take 6 from Cenote Scouts next turn. I am going to try to kill a Bill. Or kill Bill, as it were. Man, we're going to end up at like 6 or something before... we get out of this. This is going to suck. Alright, well, unfortunately, they didn't try to put the counter on Bill. Would have been great. Alright, well, here comes 7 damage. We're down to 11. Okay, you're not a bad thing here. Man, what are the odds they have fight spells? I want a card. I'll just take 1 card. I like cards, but I'm just going to take 1. All right. So now we have a 4/4, which will be a bigger body. We're probably just going to Arlen first, actually. I think is the plan here. Because even if they somehow fight to kill Samut, we could block one of the other ones. I'm just going to take 3 here. It's not worth it when we know what we have coming. Gloomkin, sure. Oh, well, you're not a bad card either. Alright, let's do this. Because this unlocks some interesting situations where we could possibly double block or chump block some things. We can plus Arlen next turn to flash in like a 5/5, 6/6 Hydra, 5/5 Hydra, which could be pretty good. And then if we get that mana, we just go off. Alright, Beast Caller, you got it, bam. In case you're warning opponent, I will block. How much I'm blocking, not going to tell you. Alright. We're just going to plus this. Pass the turn. So also turns this into a possible fighter. Alright, you got it. Alright, here comes Big Hydra. Alright, cool, we got there. Okay. Yeah, we're keeping this. Depending on what we draw, though, I think this is one where we want the treasure probably into Arlen. But I don't know that to be 100% fact. We'll see. Ooh, with the Lunarch veteran, huh? Yeah, I think we're still going to do that. Let's go treasure. I'll attack. I don't think they're going to block and trade. But if they're doing life gain things, I don't know how we get ahead here. Like, we'll have blockers for a while. Well, maybe not, if they're going to take our Arlen. That's tough. Well, Hydra, looks like you're going to have some work to do, friend. Yep. Man, that Deep Cavern Bat might be the death of us. I thought that was going to be one of our key pieces to the plan to get out of trouble here, but it is not, unfortunately. In the turn. I wanted to get the Forge started a little sooner, and we can grow a bigger Hydra here. Unless, of course, they have more Deep Cavern Bats, then, like, sucks to be us. Oh, no. Well, we gotta find one of our burn spells right now. We gotta hit it for 5, or else we can't kill it. Has to be on top. That is not it. Oh, do we? We don't even have a way to win from here. Alright, GG's. That's a deck we're not gonna be able to beat at this point. That's alright, though. Gotta have our weaknesses. Funny thing is, though, this is one of those situations where maybe if the game goes a little bit of a different way or they don't have the Deep Cavern Bat, that changes. But as it is, don't think we could beat that. And I know some people are saying you should play it out instead of scooping. But here's the thing. Like, whatever they do next turn, like, best we can do is play a Hydra for 4 here that doesn't trade with anything. Or we play a Forge, which can't really attack through. I mean, we get, what, 1 point in? And then they attack us, gain a life. Now this is a 6/6 with flying, and we're just not recovering after that. Like, playing Arlen doesn't do anything because we make the 2/2s, it just dies to the 1/1. Like, it's okay. Game's over. We move to the next one. Okay, sure. Why not? We're going to play just a 2/2 Hydra next turn, I think. And it'll just have to be good enough. Actually, this isn't that bad, all things considered, because we might, if the Hydra dies here, which is very likely, we might actually end up getting to play 2 things next turn. Having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We draw. No, we'll have 5 mana next turn, not 6. Would be nice if we had 6, but we don't. Alright, is that dude gonna kill us next turn? I have a feeling he very well could. Alright, well, let's just hope not. Oh, that doesn't help. Nor does that. Ugh. Man. Gonna be looking for something to kill this show off, or we are gonna be in a world of hurt. Okay, Swift Spear. Unfortunate, but not crazy. Okay, we got the ground kind of locked up. We're good. I mean, might as well attack for 2 in the air, opponent. Yeah, I was going to say, get in what you can. Sure, I'll give you 2 cards. Like, that's less scary than the other alternative. Yeah, those are just creatures, that's fine. Okay. Sadly, this doesn't do anything here. So we attack. They block or they don't. We don't really care. Oh, I should have done that. Well, I did miss a point. Because they probably would have blocked. Because, like, as long as that's out, we're not getting a bonus from the Hydra anyway. Yeah, so I definitely missed a point. That was a little lazy. Hopefully that doesn't harm us too much here. Alright, opponent's at 6. But they could have been at 5, and that could be the difference in this game. Okay. Alright. Man, another Hydra would be sweet here. I mean, it would trample, like, it would solve so many problems. Oh my gosh, more mana. That's just sad for us. I mean, it's just kind of what we can do. Like, I wish I had a lightning strike. Maybe they don't block the 1/1. Okay, they did. All right. Well, if they have the spells, they get us. I mean, really nothing else we can do here. If they don't, maybe we win next turn. But they already have 4 damage. And it doesn't take Slick Shot, show off a lot to get there. Alright, that's 6. Another Lightning Strike and we're dead, right? Oh, they don't have it. Yeah, so you might as well attack with Phoenix Chick. It can't block. Okay, I guess we're there. Wow. I mean, they could have some other burn spells. Let's go ahead and just play everything out. Just to make sure we have enough. Ooh, I don't know how we got there. That felt like that was going to get away with the way our hand was. But, lucky enough. Okay, cool. We'll take it. This feels like a little bit of a gamble, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Oh, against mono red, could this end up being a mistake? Very likely, friends, very likely. Oh, I was just about to say, we need to draw lands then, because I need this to be a 2-2. I really can't afford to take the treasure. Oh, wow. I hadn't seen him crash here in a minute. Well, if you're just going to do that, do I care that this is a 2-2 after all? I guess I'm just going to play this. I mean, they probably have a burn spell for it anyway, but it at least forces them to play it instead of... I mean, I guess they could have Rage. I don't know. Kami's Flare. Alright. We'll take 3. Alright, I'm going to go 2-2 Hydra here. For this very type of situation is why we want a Hydra. Oh no. I mean, we're blocking if we get a chance. It's probably getting raged or whatever, but so be it. Yep. Alright. Don't know how we're going to survive this, but we at least found lands to have something to work with here. So Samet doesn't do much. What I'm going to do here, play this as a 2-2. I mean, sadly, we're probably just double blocking something, and it's just going to be a miserable situation for us. Oh, wait. I was going to say, unless they're magically out of burn spells. But, question is, where do we block? Because the infantry gets permanent counters. The other gets bigger, faster. So, alright. I guess we do this. Because if they just have, like, a burn spell to kill the scoundrel, then we still get to trade with infantry and keep our dude. Whereas if we block the other way, a burn spell takes out both things, I think. So, Twinferno. That sucks. Alright. But, again, we got rid of the more problematic thing, emptied their hands, so not the worst thing. We're going to go ahead and make this a 2-2 also. We'll go ahead and play this. This doesn't get trample, right? This gives something else +1. Our creature you control gets +1. So if I attack with both, I could chump block, possibly get trampled and die, actually. Or, yeah, if it's a lightning strike, we'd be dead. Alright, I'm just going to attack with this. Doesn't help in this particular fight, unfortunately. Okay, that's annoying, but we're not dead. I mean, I'll attack, it'll get blocked. Okay. Could you just draw a land for us, opponent? No dice. Okay. Samet eats it. I mean, we just got to take 4, I think. There's not a huge benefit to blocking here. I mean, I say that. If we block, we go to 4. I can still have Samet and something and not be dead next turn. Maybe. Alright. I guess we do. We do get to draw a card likely this turn, too. Oh, no. I needed that to be almost anything else. Ah, that's tough. Come on, be some good cards here, deck. All right, that's helpful. That is not. Ugh. Needed it to be one of our other 2-mana things. I would have felt a lot better about it. Yeah, yep. We might just be dead, y'all. Unless that's literally just a land. Anything else, we're dead. Oh, not true. That's a body, so I guess we're not dead. And they did not want to attack there. Okay. So I'm supposed to attack with Samut here, right? Because, I mean, we get to take out an attacker. If we do. Because I would have to double block with something. And that still leaves us a safe block, maybe? God, this game's so tight. Alright, we'll see if they bite. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack with Samut here, but we'll see what they do. Okay, they're not giving us a card. We trample them to 6. We get it. Oh, yeah, because we... Oh, okay, cool. That's exactly the type of card we're looking for. Hell yeah. Alright. Okay. Please don't be a rage. I genuinely thought they were going to block differently and not give us a card from the trample. I thought they were going to block with the Crasher there and maybe just chump something else with the Samut, or double block Samut to try to kill it, and then we get a card from the other thing. But yeah, that worked out perfectly for us, with that being the burn spell on top. Yes, we're keeping this. I mean, it's like a mulligan to 6 when you draw one of the 2 Tyranids Rex in your opener, but that's okay. This should hopefully work out fine. Wow, more red decks. Seen a lot of red-based decks today. It was weird because I hadn't seen any for a minute outside of some of the... Gonna lightning strike that for me? I would love that. Or play with fire, I mean. I am not mad at it. This is the one thing I like about the Hydra. Is like, they can kill it, but then they know you're going to get to play a really big thing next turn. So it's almost safer to deal with the 2/2 until you have some extra mana already. Charming Scoundrel, you got it, friend. Wicked roll incoming. What could I do with that? If I have 5, 3, that doesn't really change anything. Alright, so I'm not going to block. If it would have got me to 6, I would have, because then I could have played Iconoclast here too. Oh, well then I drew Scoundrel. Of course. That's okay. We're going to get us some cards anyway, and have some blockers. Alright, opponent's at 11. Oh, we're getting out in front against the red deck, and now we might actually be able to play Tyranids Rex when this Hydra dies soon. Alright, what you gonna do? There's a real chance that whatever they do here, we're not blocking. That's not true. I might block with Hydra on their Scoundrel. Yeah, I think we can just put them low enough that we can kill them with the Tyranids Rex in 2 turns. Assuming we draw the 7th land, or 7th mana, but that's fine. Well, we have the ability to have the 7th mana if we want it, so I'm just going to do this. First one's going to make a treasure. Second one will be a 2/2. Man, we had a lot of ways to go about business here. Wicked roll. You can kill this one, I guess. It's fine. Nope, they weren't interested. Alright. Get in there. Okay, we're at 17. They don't have a 17-point play under the circumstances. And I know for a fact they can't deal with the Hydra. I mean, even if they, like... Not that. I was going to say, Brotherhoods in, but looks like Tyrannix Rex is gonna be the card that gets us to Mythic, amusingly. Oh, they're already giving up. They're just raging and other stuff here. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, we didn't even come close to dying. Alright, here's our style points. Alright. Cool, we will take that. Man, we crushed mono red today. Yeah, I have to say, Hasty Gruul works on the ladder pretty much every season. I mean, it almost doesn't matter what version we make. You just have to switch a few cards to meet the meta or whatever. Odd takeaways from this. We didn't play too many control decks, but we did pretty well against them historically with Hasty Gruul, which is why we even built it. But would like a couple more removal cards. There are some times where having those could be just enough to make a difference. But against mono red, we were aces. Like, we did great against that deck, surprisingly. I thought it was going to be tighter than it was, but I guess, again, you know, being a little more aggressive, all you got to kill is one or two things. We have vigilance creatures and the first striker, which makes bad attacking situations for them. If anything, the only thing I still am kind of wishy-washy on is Uvenwald Oddity, because we didn't really get to use the transform part, but there are situations where we could. The other thing to think about is, would we want like Halana and Elena maybe to just make some of our smaller creatures bigger? Because we have done that with Samut, and that's been really nice. But maybe we just don't need to. But if you're looking to experiment with cards, this is probably the slot where I would mess around a little bit. The others seem pretty tight. I don't think we could remove them too much. Maybe if you're worried about control decks, playing another Arlen could help as well, because it does let some of your creatures be played at instant speed with Flash, and that's a pretty big deal. But as far as the cards, we've got 4 Commando Face Kakazan, 4 Charming Scoundrel, 3 Lightning Strike, 2 Scorching Shot, 3 Yavimaya Iconoclast, 3 Ruby Daring Tracker, 3 Urbrass Forge, 4 Samut Vizier of Noctamun, 2 Uvenwald Oddity, 2 Arlen the Pax Hope, 2 Tyrannix Rex, 4 Goldvein Hydra, 8 Mountain, 6 Forest, 4 Copperline Gorge, 4 Carplusian Forest, 2 Rockfall Vale. And if you're wondering why we're not playing some of the other lands, I wanted to play some of the deserts to deal extra damage, but we just couldn't afford for lands to come into play tapped, unfortunately, with this style of deck, so we have to avoid that where we can. And same for some of the like Restless Fortress, or Restless, the red-green land. So just one of those things, Restless Ridgeline, I guess it is. But just one of those things, if you're wondering why I'm not playing more multi-lands, that's exactly the reason. And we only have a couple of cards that really either need double red or double green, so we're kind of okay if we just get one of each. Now, while this was really good and got us Mythic, this might not be your jam, but if you want to see something really cool, I actually finally found an Izzet deck that was fun and did some crazy stuff with just instantly making a board of like 2020s. So you may want to check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.